Hello, this is Idodmg and welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're going to be streaming some more Last Epoch Season 2 of the Void Knight. I've gotten into 500 plus corruption and still, I feel like I'm still kind of just breezing through. Honestly, we're going to have the build. The build is updated as of today with the Last Epoch Tools Planner. And man, we are literally at the point where it is just purely at the mercy of RNG. We've got about 12 mod slots, maybe less than that we need to roll, that are just still not exactly perfect for what we want before I really start a serious corruption push. We will be pushing corruption as we go along, but I'm not like really rushing for that right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. I'll show off some of the gear we got going here. We all had a wonderful weekend. Let's get this weekend kicked off right. Crazy how much goes into these builds though, man. It really is. It really is. And I'm still, the crazy part is I'm still not level 100. I swear 99 to 100 is quite, it's really not that bad though. I mean, there's so many things distracting me, I often forget that I'm even still leveling. But here's the first item I want to show off here. So this is a really, I don't want to say easy. This is probably one of the more easy items, I guess, to get. But the problem with this shield is you have to get the implicit stat on there. Not the implicit, but the... well, we could roll higher block effectiveness on our implicit stat. But the block chance that rolls on there, so the one in the white letters and numbers there, that says 20%. 20%'s the max that can roll. And so you got to find a shield with that on there before you even consider LP or legendary crafting. Now, you don't have to. I mean, you can craft one sooner if you want to, obviously, just to double up on the block chance stat. And the reason I think this one's probably one of the easier ones to get is you're going to get so many shields that have block chance on them. Like, it's your very first one. I mean, you can just grab one of these and you can guarantee, as long as you do a tier 2 dungeon, what's it called? Temporal Sanctum. As long as you do tier 2, you can guarantee which affix carries over. Actually, no. For the shield, you do have to do tier 4 to be able to legendary craft it because of the level requirement on the shield. So that in itself, that can be a little bit hard early on, is doing that tier 4 Temporal Sanctum. But once you can do that, I mean, really, you're going to find so many shields there. But let's say you get a shield, and this is what I'm going to talk about here. This is an interesting thing, and this is going to apply for pretty much all uniques that you're wanting for your build, right? Because you want to have a good unique that's like well rolled before you slam it and add on legendary modifiers, right? So all the uniques here, except for your Photo of an Erased Sentinel or these new Weaver legendaries, so these don't apply. But for our shield, our ring, our scepter, and the gloves, you want to have a good starting unique item before you even craft on them. Now, what you can do, and it's really a cool system they have now, and I don't know if you could do this in previous seasons or not. I feel like a lot of it's new this season with what you can do. So once you get a... Let's just start here with this scepter, right? So we get a scepter. You're like, all right, there's no legendary potential. That's okay. Let's go ahead and look down here at the Void Penetration, right? So we have the Void Penetration rolled. It's the very bottom one there. It rolled 17. The highest it can go is 20. So it's really not bad. And the one I have only has 11. So this one I would actually use, but it has no legendary potential. So what you can do, if the item has no LP on it at all, you can take it into any map and do a Nemesis. You can put it into the egg on the Nemesis. So you'll see me doing that tonight during the stream. I'm trying to farm more egg items. I call them egg items. I think that's the only one I have left. And I think I have one currently in there. Yeah, you put it in there, you kill the Nemesis 3 different times or whatever, and then it's either going to come out of there with legendary potential or it's going to become a legendary item. Now, if it becomes a legendary item, hopefully it rolls with the affixes you want. If not, it's trash and you got to start the cycle all over. But there's more to this cycle. So let's say you find an item that, well, let's just say we put this in the egg, we get it back, and it has 1 LP on it. Well, I wouldn't even want to use that because the one I have already has 2 legendary modifiers on there. So I wouldn't... This has to be at least 2 LP to be good. So what you can do, just assume it has 1 legendary potential on there, right? So you can take this to... There's a map here. It's this Woven Echo E right here, the Farsight Turtle. And this will erase that legendary potential, and it'll have a chance to add on more legendary potential, but more than likely it's going to have none, and then you can start the whole Nemesis process all over again, right? So that's kind of how you use these items to your advantage to gain legendary potential. Now, outside of legendary potential, there's even more crafting you can do with these unique items, and this is like for any character, any build, anyone can do this, right? So if you have this scepter, we're still going to use it. Let's say we have to have 20% void penetration. Like, let's just say that's our goal. And it already has... Actually, no. Start all over. I already have an example here. So, these rings here. So, the thing we want on these rings is we're not really too worried about the Doom stuff. Movement speeds, whatever. Leech rate's nice. The 2 main important ones here is going to be your void damage leech as well as your leech rate. Now, for me... I aim to have my void damage leech at a 2.5 or higher. And you can see all of these are under that threshold. So what you can do is you can take 2 of the exact same unique with the same amount of legendary potential. You can choose 1 to sacrifice and then 1 to re-roll the affixes on. So this is a huge tool that you can do with that. And I can't remember which map it is that does that. But it's one of these crafting ones. I want to say it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Gauntlet of Strife. So you sacrifice 1 and re-roll the other. So there's that. There's so many different things to it. And like that's just the uniques that we're talking about. That's not even getting into the whole all of legendary crafting or anything. There's really a lot you can do. But let's start playing the game, shall we? I had 200k favor earlier, and I blew it all on prophecies. I actually got some decent upgrades from it. What do we want to farm, though, tonight? I kind of want more wands. Or maybe, I know we need more rings for sure, because, like, dodge is useless on that one. But I think I have a decent one here I was going to craft. I just was deciding if we want to go for more of the leech rate or just be happy with that max void leech. And then this one's the 2 LP. Okay. Because basically when we craft this in the Eternal Catch or whatever it's called, the legendary crafting thing, we can guarantee we'll get the throwing damage, and then we're going to be gambling basically if we'll get the throwing attack speed, health, or physical resistance. So, you know, I don't really like those odds because if it rolled like physical resistance, it'd be a waste. 16 health would be a mess. So I might hunt for a little bit of a better ring. And then this one, we don't need the necrotic or physical resistance. So I may actually just hunt for a better ring. Or like a exalted ring anyway. Gloves were fine. Alright, let's just farm for more of the scepters, I guess. Maybe. Let me make sure there's no timeline exclusive ones here we gotta do. Follow the Empire. That's the one we're gonna do. Oh, this is the shard. I hate those. I want the blessings to give me buffs. I don't want it to be like, oh, you can find this item more. Well, I have the one for the adorned idols, which is nice. Okay, we'll run a shade immediately, pretty much. As soon as we find one, anyway. Sometimes it's crazy. Sometimes I'll sit here and I'll be like really planning my path of like what echoes I'm going to do and stuff. And then sometimes I'm just like, just go, just blast, just get through it. I didn't even look what that prophecy was. Ooh, lizard.
I cannot do that.
Yeah, did a lot. Past few days, man. But got the loot filter up to date. Still kind of polishing the filter a little bit more, though. It's a little more clear as to what does what. And I had a thing where, so I have filters for legendary crafting fodder, right, for each of the item slots. And then I had that as the same color as potential upgrades. So I was getting confused, and so I've switched them. They're both blue. I've switched one to yellow and one to blue now. I believe blue is the fodder and yellow is potential upgrades. If we see any yellows, we should be excited. Red's pretty excited. Very excited, actually. And then also idols. I went literally with the idols exactly what I need. So if an idol drops, it's like, it's going to be one that I need. May not be necessarily an upgrade because maybe the ranges don't roll as high, but at least they're the stats we want. The whole other thing too. They added the idol enchanting. Man, it's so RNG. Dude, I have one idol I've enchanted probably 50, no joke, 40, 50 times. And it every single time gives me electrify on there. Most annoying thing every time. Yeah, I also went and was trying to do some of the higher corruption woven echoes. Some of them are freaking hard, man. There was one I did. Oh, that one we can empower. Let's clear this out first. But I've noticed those woven echoes, a lot of them are hard, not because of like good reasons. It's because my hammers get nullified part of them. Like in here, you see how they go through the wall? And some of those woven echoes, they just disappear. I need to bug report it. We had, man, on my boots. On my boots, we want to get vitality, movement speed, hybrid health, and then armor with crit reduction. That's what we're looking for. And I knew this, but I was crafting. I had like two really decent pair of boots that had potential. Potential to be upgrades. And for some reason I thought I wanted health and hybrid health. And I did that and then screwed myself over, and then I was under capped of crit reduction, so I couldn't use them. Oh god. What's good, Diz? What you doing tonight? See you on? If anyone wants to multiplayer, let me know, man. I'm just gonna be grinding for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Let's see, we'll see how late I stay up for a Monday night. Yeah, I'm literally at the point where it's like the item's got to be basically 4 out of 4 affixes of what I'm looking for. Purely RNG. It's almost to the point where I'm thinking if I make another character, if I play another character, I'm gonna have a Sentinel filter on him too, just in case it drops on another character. Yeah, with that one unique. Dude, the poison damage reduction's weird on that item. I don't know how you'd work that in. I don't know. I'm sure some build out there would use it. That's my thing too. It's like for me, I'll like think of a build that sounds awesome. And then I'll go to theory craft it, plan it out, whatever. But it's like, it's so hard to think of every single possibility. It's like, you just got to play it and learn as you go, too. There's so many different things. Ooh, there's some boots. Don't screw these ones up. Well, health. We'll take it. We'll look at it when we're not in the middle of a map. I thought about picking a timeline that I don't necessarily need to farm and just juicing it as high as possible, as much corruption as possible, just to see how high I can really do. Because I don't want to do that. I know you can lower the corruption, but if you need to, see what this shrine is. Okay, okay. Yeah, I didn't know how you'd take it. I didn't know if you'd go necro and get a bunch of those little minions running around. Oh, but you're doing the locust thing. That's right. My allergies are so freaking bad, man. No, locust? That's druid, isn't it? I don't know. I'm confused. I got, instead of brain rot, it's void knight. I got void knight brain. I've been in the void for so long, I forgot other classes exist. Got a chest. Yeah, my Weaver's skill tree is doing good. I think I've got 10 or 11 more points. I should do that. Some of them are just so frickin'... Some of them I don't even want to do, but... I cannot do that. I think to actually max out your tree, though, like, in order to get every single point, you will have to kill Aberoth, I believe, since that's one of the echoes. We'll get there. Maybe. We'll see. I just don't know. I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, what's a good... For me, I don't know what a good... Like, what is a good build? Like, what's the goal? Like, is a good build, it can kill Aberoth, and it can do 1,000 corruption. That makes a good build, or is it like the build can do at least 500 corruption? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what a good... I don't know, because I've never really pushed corruption or anything like that, so I really don't know. For me, it's like, whatever can do 300 corruption and kill Aberoth is a good build. You can push it further if you want to. I just got to figure out for me what I want my own personal benchmark to be moving forward. Otherwise, I'm going to spend like 2 months straight on one character trying to get, you know, Aberoth, whatever. Probably not that long. I mean, anyway. All right, we get 2 rolls here. This one, which one was it? There's the electrify one. I always get screwed over. Ward decay. Yeah. Not bad, just not what we're looking for. Yeah. I kind of want to try it just for the lulz. We do this one. Let's do this one while we're right here. Actually, there's a shade right here. Yeah, let's run this and then we'll hit the shade. I'm literally just doing this for the points. I know there's like reasons to run this one, but I'll do that and then we'll do the shade. I wonder how many well, it's going to depend how many gazes we have. Only 2. We're going to fill this up before we kill shade so we can get an extra, actually. The extra gazes wouldn't give us any more benefit with the bonus we have right now, so we ain't gonna do that. We'll just straight run the Shade of Orobyss.
I cannot do that.
Yeah, I thought about making a pally just for the lulz, just to blast and never die. I don't know. I'm pretty committed, but I think at a certain point I'm just going to have to say, well, RNG's not on my side, and, you know, it just... Is that an empower? I thought that was a kill.
I cannot do that.
Paying attention, I guess.
I cannot do that.
Like, I even have maxed out... Some of my blessings are the max roll. It's really crazy. They literally got my spreadsheet out, and I'm like, what is the biggest upgrade right now that I can actually target farm? With blessings and uniques. And they're like, it's like 1 or 2% of an upgrade here and there. Like, it's real. I mean, it's like, yeah, we're pretty much at that point. Maybe that just means I need to push up corruption, put me in a little chicken. Just gotta destroy the vessel, yeah? Oh, okay. Very nice, very nice. Some more Weaver points. I don't know where the best places are to put your points. I'm just going. I like the double rewards. I had those originally, but I had to take them out so I could go to the imprints. Super Arena. Oh, just level another one at that point. Yeah, well, 500. I mean, 500k is not that bad, I guess. I don't know. I have 2 million. The funny thing is I have 2 million gold, which is nothing. I mean, I could burn that in like 5 minutes. So 500k is kind of a lot. Let's see. Bonus. Timeline stability. Ah, that's the one I want. I should have gone for that. I could take 2 points out. Ah, save up. It's under a bunch of uniques. Alright, let's go increase our corruption up here over 500. There's a woven echo you can do that is a shade. It spawns a shade, but you go in there and you've got to kill 6 different shades. And I didn't know that. So I killed the very first one and just poured it out like, sweet, that was easy. And I lost all my rewards because I actually do it correctly. So just remember that. If you're doing the Shade of Orobyss, Woven Echo, kill all of them. Get over here. He's got more mechanics than usual, I think. Feels like. More void essence. It'd be really awesome if your cooldown reduction affected your passive skill tree stuff. Oh my gosh. Well, maybe it does. I haven't tested it, but I don't think it does. This thing in the middle before it gets out of hand. Burn him. Out of potions, no. And get our siphons, see if they rolled any good. We got a turtle, another turtle, another turtle. Did they roll? That one rolled 3, that's pretty good. 2. That one's pretty good. This one we may end up doing a reroll on. I don't know, I don't think I saved any 1 LPs for reroll though. Maybe I should. I did. I think they're all 2. Because then I'm going to do that actually. We're going to make a couple 1 LPs here. For reroll. Whoa. When they roll butt like that, we can just do that. Turtle. I need to do another turtle one too. I'm going to wait until I get this other command done and then we have and then I'll be out of eggs. Then we'll go do a turtle and then we'll get a buttload of eggs. What was I doing this for? There was a reason I was running this. Was it my prophecy? All the Empire. Okay, it is to actually kill the boss. Alright. I was reading a global chat the other day and they were talking about... so I've never ran Merchant's Guild, but it seems like if you go Merchant's Guild early in the season, you can sell crap, you know, more quickly than later. Basically, but what you can do, some guy was pointing out, you could join the Merchant's Guild on one character that's like, you sell your items. I guess this wouldn't work actually because you can't sell COF items on there. So that guy's theory wouldn't work now I think about it. Alright, our last egg. Here we go. Don't kill me when I'm doing this game. I was going to say they should give you an immunity bubble while you're interacting with that, but people would totally abuse that. I don't matter. Your build's good enough, you wouldn't need to.
Cannot do that. I cannot do stand down or die.
We're gonna play around with those boots, weren't we? Ah, we'll keep going here. I should probably clear after this one, otherwise we're gonna complete the prophecy and have no bag space.
Do that.
Going in, I skip them.
I cannot do that.
I used to always skip the tombs, but
I cannot do that.
we need them runes. And runes of redemption. They usually drop pretty well in these.
I cannot do that.
And the stupid idle reroll that makes me want to slam my desk every frickin' time. Ooh, I think that's fodder. More fodder. Did the dude die? What? That was so weird. That was weird. It looked like it teleported to a different room or something. I should have gone up and around. The other side, there we go. I still think 2 my resistances are not fully capped either, which feels a little awkward. When the build's finalized, actually they won't be all capped. It just feels weird. Oh. Maybe we should have cleared my bag out.
Stand down. They never see. I cannot do that.
I don't feel like looting that. Oh no! I should have gone back and killed those ads before I went to the boss. That sucks.
Too heavy. I cannot do that.
Yes.
Pretty much don't keep it unless it's 2 LP or higher at this point. So much crap in my bags.
Take that.
Okay, so this bad boy. Okay. That's going to be another turtle. And then these are shatters. Leave all these other ones. Shatter as well. Tier 1, and then the rest of these are fodder. So these ones potentially could be an upgrade. Let's see. We're going to try to despair that one off. It worked. And then we're going to go with our crit reduction and armor. Make sure we have our Glyph of Hope. We can get one on there. The other issue, this attunement's going to have to be movement speed. We frickin' got it. All right, all right. Crit avoidance, probably the most important one on here. 31 FP. Okay, we'll do movement speed last. Okay, okay. Let's see. Yeah, the movement speed's whatever. Oh no, will that get us? Oh, I went crit avoidance. What? I bricked items again. Come on, brain work. I swear, this is like the 4th pair of boots that I've just stupidly not thought through and just mashed buttons. So I said the right thing, but I clicked the wrong thing. That's depressing. Alright, these are fodder. These are a little bit less stressful. So, if it's an exalted item that you're going to use on legendary crafting, remember it cannot have a sealed affix. That's the part that's important to remember here. So we would want to have probably... I would rather have the void damage be the exalted thing, but it's not on this one, so... Well, let's see if we can save it anyway. You're going to need your void damage. What else was there? Let's just roll them, see what they get. Yeah, it's trash. Trash, 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 trash. Okay. These ones have to be 20. They're not, so you can re-roll these things. Re-roll, so we could sit here and try to get 20% on our block chance, but yeah, we could do that. 16, 16. Okay, it's trash out of 40 potential. Let's see. 17. $20. Okay, what would we want to probably roll off here? We'd probably want to get block effectiveness. We'll save it though, it's still a decent roll. I'm going to go into our shield fodder. The cool thing is when you're using it for your legendary crafting, the base item doesn't matter. Open my music. Makes it a lot more chill. What do we got? Rings we want. Yep, throwing damage. Good. I want to say it's throwing attack speed. Nope. Wow, throwing damage even rolled tier 7. Wow, we rolled low, but... Come on, throwing attack speed. Oh, we couldn't have anyway. There was a sealed affix on there. Alright, alright. Well, I guess I'm not going that path then. I don't want to waste it. Actually, no, I do want to go up there because we need idols. What is that? That one does not look very familiar.
You cannot do that.
I also wonder if I were to rework my Sigils of Hope, if I could get more sigils. I think I could, but I think it made them bad. I think there's a reason I didn't go for that extra one down there.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Maybe.
I cannot do that. Stand down or die. I cannot do that.
These things, oh, I hate these things.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Oh, the other one must be a tomb, whatever. We're just getting out of this one. Since that one was a failed, you get less rewards. Ooh, and an exalted Ami up there. That's pretty fucked. Well, we will have to hit the cemetery because we got a turtle. I don't have any more eggs after. Oh well, one more Nemesis and we're out of eggs.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Go to the turtle. That you'll get to see that map's pretty lame for my build because the center part of the map cancels out my hammers. It has to be a bug. It's so obnoxious. That's a long run. I love how they have the act bosses in these echoes again. It's pretty cool. They have the when you die, your loot gets vacuumed in. I think they should have that when you leave the echo. Anything you left in there that's nearby gets pulled in. Alright, we're going to throw on a Harbinger needle here. So this is what you want to do whenever you're going to go fight a timeline boss. One that you're going to want to be pushing or, you know, doing corruption in or whatever. Because what's going to happen here is when we kill the Harbinger, this needle will be destroyed. And it's going to be 3 additional Gaze of Orobyss. Now, Gaze of Orobyss is what is consumed when you fight a shade of Orobyss. That's what the monster is that you kill, and then it resets your web, and it gives you more corruption for your timeline that you're currently working on. And 1 shade of Orobyss can consume up to 4 Gaze of Orobyss. So using the 1 needle is going to give us 3 extra ones. And so I was like, I'm going to hoard up all my needles, and yeah, don't do that. You just use them as you get them, honestly. And the other thing, too, I tested this. I put in 4 needles in here to see if I could consume them, like 4 of them, and get 3, 6, 9, 12. But no, it only consumes 1 needle per fight, so don't do that. But yeah, I should not have been hoarding them like that.
I cannot do that.
Oh, this boss fight. This is one of my least favorites. This and the Frost dude, Harad or whatever his name is. 2 least favorite. I actually don't mind the boss. It's just the arena I hate on this one.
You finally found
I show no mercy.
I cannot do that.
Submit. Coward.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Trying to focus. I'm trying to focus.
I cannot do that.
I show no mercy.
I cannot do that.
I show no mercy. Submit.
Don't screw it up last minute. There we go. Oh, we actually got... No, never mind, suppose. Amulet shard. See what I have. Not a very exciting blessing choice. But we hopefully completed our prophecy. Yeah, you can see it destroyed our needle, so we can put our idol back in there. And then we have 5 Gaze of Orobyss now. Of that bonus amount. Here, let's see if my prophecy completed. Okay, so they're just literally do any monolith now. So we're going to go back to... Actually, hold up. You want to farm more wands. I mean, this is literally, look at this. This is hilarious. This is real nerdy. This is what I really do. This is, be ready. This is cringe. This is my spreadsheet. Spreadsheet nerd alert. But I went through here and I was like, all right, what should I be grinding for my timeline? So just for blessings, you can see right here, Black Sun's only at 23%. So that's probably the one I should do is Black Sun. See if we can max out our void damage. That would probably be the most. Then, like, we already got the max armor. We can get 1% more blocks chance, which we don't even need. If you're, when we were in that last one, you can see when I'm like fighting stuff and I have all my symbols up, I'm at like 110% block chance, which is beyond it, caps at 100. So, and then we can get more lightning resistance, which wouldn't matter. We're already capped on lightning resistance. And then the 2% more all resistance would be nice. I think I'm probably going to do Black Sun, and then we'll do Rain of Dragons, maybe. And then you have the Scepter. We need better gloves, actually, and the Black Sun looks like it's gloves and void damage. I think that's the one we're going to do. My gloves actually aren't that bad, but the Black Sun. If you look at my gloves, yeah, they're actually not bad. 2 out of 2. The ring's the one we need, but that one's based around killing shades. Black Sun it is, I guess. We can get 100% void damage, and I'm only at 77%, so. But this is the one where you gotta actually kill the, ooh. I want exalted relics, but maybe it'll help get a sentinel code or whatever. No, those aren't exalted. Yeah, the blessing, that's where you gotta fill up your whole stability meter. And then fight the boss, and you can do the Harbinger as well if you want to.
cannot do that. I cannot do that.
And then once you complete that, you can choose your blessing. That's what makes these blessings a little bit more tedious. You gotta grind that stability. Which isn't bad. If you, I mean, you could speedrun it with those glyphs if you wanted to, but
I cannot do that.
you need gear still, so I'm not doing all that.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Need that set, actually. I'm gonna do this, then we're gonna do the cemetery, and then we're gonna do a turtle here to reset a bunch of uniques so we can have more stuff for these Nemesis eggs. Gold legendary. No, it didn't. It just is the unique I need. We got another turtle in there.
I cannot do that.
Actually kill each pack in here. We learned our lesson last time. Man, I'm due for a lizard shrine. I was getting them like back to back earlier today, but I don't think we've seen one tonight. Not really back to back. I think I saw 3 total shrines today. Oh, no health. Oof. New action RPG coming out of early access tomorrow, the Slormancer. I'm going to be sticking to last Epoch, but yeah, it comes out tomorrow. I remember when it came out in early access, I did a review video way back then, and yeah, I hope they have a good launch. And I also got a message today about the new Dwarven Realms season launching, I believe, May 25th. I'm probably going to be sticking with last Epoch, but still. Keep an eye on it.
I cannot do that.
For that loot. Kind of interested, like, after seeing what all goes into this Void Knight and stuff, like, what a minion build would look like at a high corruption. Like, I wonder what the highest corruption minion build is. And then how would you balance survival? That just seems interesting to me.
I cannot do that.
Get him! Oh, I've died to these frickin' firebirds so many times, dude.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
I guess my boots, the only next thing really is looking into, I may already have, yeah, no, we're about to look into sealed affixes. That's going to be like the next. But really, we just got to find these frickin' drops, man. RNG is so bad.
I cannot
My RNG is so bad. Alright, then we're gonna go do turtle, that's right. It's so rigged, and then by the time the frickin' idol rolls the way I want, I'll find a better one. That's how it's worked for all the other ones.
Yes.
I was going to filter out all these uniques, but it's one of my main sources of gold right now, so figure I'll keep it on. I got a 3 LP, nice. Oh, it's the stupid anchor. I don't even think I'm gonna bother with it. Then this was another turtle, I believe. Alright, cemetery.
Think you could go treasure hunting with
Weave us a turtle. Gotta make sure I actually have one in my bag. Rip. I think we do. I think we do.
I cannot do that.
Go down this way. Nope.
I cannot do that. Stand down.
Upheaval.
I cannot do that.
Oh, all those nets. How annoying.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Like, I give them like a 2-second count, and if they're not dead in that time, then I'll debuff them. Alright, hopefully I have the actual woven echo we're trying to weave here. There it is. Like, I don't even know if these other ones are really... I mean, you can do a bunch of shrine ones, I guess. Electrify. I'm telling you, this idol is rigged. Not meant to be. Alright, so this is the arena that I need to bug report. Like, look at this. So you get your hammers going. But if you step in this middle area, it cancels them out. Terrible. Because the two of the final monsters spawn in there and they don't leave that area, so you're just screwed.
I cannot do that.
I'm only just standing there so you can't do anything. Well, it makes it really fun.
I cannot do that.
Get out of there so I can hit you. The first few times I did this, I was like, man, those things are real tanky. And then I realized, oh, it's bugged. I thought, oh, I'll just stand out on the edge and wait for them, but they never leave. All right, we are looking for turtle life. Basically, you're going to be, I mean, you're pretty much going to be just sacrificing legendary potential. Let's be real. That's really what this is. Oh, there's going in there too. Okay. Okay, just throw them in there. And reroll. I've actually gotten a 2 LP actually from doing this. 1. But usually, yeah, it's nothing. There you go, there's 2. I've got to look at that siphon and decide if it's 2.6 max leech rate. Yeah, I'll take it. That's decent. It's decent. Actually, we could use that to upgrade mine because mine has dodge on there, which you don't need. So let's see, 2. Roll 3 and 19. So we got another 2 in there. All right, I should go slam that one. I'm looking for another ring to use that's not total garbage. What's exciting about this is now all of these have no legendary potential, so these are all Nemesis things. So if you wanted to, you could go run the Nemesis Woven Echo and just burn through all of them. I don't like to do that. I like to actually do them as I go through my echoes, so then I feel like when I come across the Nemesis, it's still exciting. I don't know, maybe I'm just a little... maybe that's weird, but that's how I like to do it. I don't know. How I roll.
Yes.
Those boots. Thought about running that, trying a spider setup, like a real gimmicky type setup. Might be weird. The weavers, spiders. Throwing another needle. Oh, this one's not 500 yet. Just grabbed a shade echo, and I might have to.
I cannot do that. Cover this.
Where'd bro go? There he is. I'm getting way too ballsy, dude. I shouldn't be trying to dodge stuff.
This despair. A dead god for a dead world. I'm getting it. Howl my shadow.
I mean to use my symbols of hope there. That was a mispress. Well, let me cast my abilities. You go. Oh boy, damage. But we got another Nemesis egg gloves. There we go. Just for farming this one.
Yes, I can.
Ready to blast. I actually want to go bump my corruption up because this is, yeah, right here. I want to stay over 500. That's the goal. I mean, I know I can do it. I just haven't ramped it up on all the timelines yet.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
I think those are all going to blow up on me. Nope. Knew it.
I cannot do that.
Here they come again. Burn them down. 2 LP, that's a reroll. I think. What was the 1.1 on? Yeah, that's a reroll. Go do one of these then, because I think I've got a couple stacked. I've only got 3 rerolls. We can wait for now.
Yes. Take care.
Now we're over 500. Yeah, I'm going more for the actual item echoes now too. Whereas before it was like material, XP tombs, you know, the exalted, whatever.
I cannot do that.
That reminds me, when we do hit level 100, we can spec out of my XP blessing.
I cannot do that.
Oh, I don't run it.
Victory, put down or die. I cannot do that.
Me, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you.
Stand.
We are hoping that RNG is on our side this evening.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
I don't think I've found an upgrade yet tonight. I feel like I've definitely kind of plateaued in terms of finding upgrades. What is this? So there's on the Weaver's Web. I haven't grabbed it. Oh my gosh, my frame rate. That was actual lag. On the Weaver's Tree, there's one I was thinking about going and grabbing here. I can't remember. I spec'd into it here. It's right here. Sometimes a Shade of Orobyss will ambush you in your echoes. Killing the Shade does not grant corruption or reset your timelines. But the Shade of Orobyss is what drops my rings that I need. So that would be why we would want to go into that. I think I'm going to actually take, yeah, we're going to take 2 points out of here. Grab that one. That wasn't even fair. That literally was not fair, dude.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Well, there's no point in doing the tomb now since we failed, so rush through to get the progression.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Dude said, imagine if this game was made in the 50s. Imagine what games would look like now.
I cannot do that.
Ooh. Boots. Oh, I forgot about this boss.
I cannot do that.
Let's egg this. Use the biggest items first so I can reclaim a little bit of inventory. I know you can put them in your stash and whatnot, but I like to be able to just quick access them. Another shade right out of the gate? Should we do it? Let's do it. That's actually pretty awesome, dude. I never get that lucky. Gotta be a reason that it triggered that close. I know sometimes with their catch-up mechanic, but I think it's pretty even to my other timelines now with how much corruption I have. I don't think there should be a bonus effect happening right now. I'll take it. What do you think right now? 1 LP, 1 LP, they're 2.92. Okay, these two are rerolls. That other one's pretty good. Well, these are 2 LPs, and then these are going to be 1. That's 3. This one was... Okay, that's a turtle then. And what I get, was it these ones that were... Yeah, health, okay. Lots is going to have to happen here. So we could just spare this one off. We have movement speed. The tier 5 intelligence is going to be what ruins this item. We can remove the tier 5 intelligence. Nope. Okay. I don't think we're gonna have enough forging potential to make this worth it. I actually want vitality to be the exalted roll, but we'll take it at this point. I was gonna say I could try to seal it off, but with that low amount of and I forgot actually we could have kept the intelligence on there, and we could have gone and done a woven echo and flipped it over to vitality. That's an option you can do as well. Cool. How are they an actual upgrade? That's the question. Okay, so we have health instead of hybrid health. Let's just see. It really, I mean, all it comes down to, as long as we are reduced damage taken from crit strikes, a mouthful, but as long as we're that capped, and as long as it's more health, then it's an upgrade. So it's 41 less health. They suck. I put them in here, so if anyone's playing multiplayer with me and we have resonances and you want to run this build, I know there's a lot of ifs. I almost have a full set of gear in here. So. What is that?
Yes.
Get out of here. I love this timeline though, because we get the gloves and we're also going for the blessing, so 2 birds, 1 stone. It's a good choice.
I cannot do that.
Ooh, look at what the corruption was at. Remember that you can roll the attribute. Need to remember that. So that was a risky play there, and I waste forging potential by gambling off that intelligence.
I cannot do that. do that.
Because potentially we could have sealed an Affix on there and gotten hybrid health as well, and then it would have been an upgrade.
I cannot do that.
We would have done that instead. But the thing is, if you're going to do the Woven Echo to swap the attribute that's on there, you have to have at least one forging potential on the item still. Otherwise it won't let you.
I cannot do that.
We're going to wait on the reroll. 569 corruption, not bad.
Stand down or die. I cannot do that.
Highest corruption I've ever done.
Cannot do that.
You already egged it, right? Swing straight in power, yep.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Yep, there we go. I didn't realize it's already almost 10. Wish I wouldn't have looked, and then I could be like, oh, I didn't notice. Sorry, it's 11 o'clock. I'm gonna regret it tomorrow.
I cannot do that.
We're good. We got time. We got time.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Just trying to lure out an ambush. And there it is. Oh. Grabbing all these XP ones. I want to get to 100 already. I never thought I'd ever get a character to level 100. I never thought I'd find a character that I wanted to play that much, to be honest.
I cannot do that. 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 I cannot do that.
Dragon. I love this boss.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Also seems like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it seems like the endgame maps, feels like there's enough of them to keep it feeling varied, kind of fresh.
I cannot do that.
Like I've never felt like, oh, I've done this map.
I cannot do that.
Like, oh, you know, like there's games like we're adding 3 new maps or whatever. I feel like there's enough in the end game in here that it feels good. Challenge. Here we go. Big money. Give me something good. 4 LP. 4 LP. For a quadfecta legendary. 1 LP. Just my luck. Where's the boss? I'm so lost. Is it actually in there? Oh crap.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Is my music not working? There we go.
I cannot do that.
Confused. I've never seen the dragon actually in the tomb. I'm not convinced that it is.
I cannot do that.
No! That makes me mad.
Yes.
Whoa! There's a free legendary potential. I don't know why I'm saving it. I'm probably never going to use that ring.
Right there.
Because I upped the corruption, I bet, huh? No, I stood in something when I died. It's my fault.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
The Forged Soldier.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Marking the tomb again. That's so weird. Is this one bugged? Run it and find out. Those things cast those little like beetle looking things. They cast ground AoEs. They're obnoxious. Not obnoxious, they just do a lot of damage. That's what they look like right there. I'm pretty sure they can just stack up on top of each other, and so you don't even know there's more than one instance in there. Then you're screwed.
I cannot do
You're dead before you know it. That's why it's important to kill them. Almost as bad as those snake things that shoot out the green twisters. Whatever they are, the storm things, desert storm looking things. Yeah, when you get like three, like I have three of these bug things right now, so they'll cast a bunch of those ground AoEs. That's usually how I die. Whoa, 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 whoa. Boss is in here. Interesting. Let's see. Nothing really good. come on, RNG. Come on. Make sure it's clear so we're not going to die while we're trying to do this. Which one it is.
I cannot do that.
What? What hit me for over 4k fire damage? What?
Yes.
I need that gold ring, man.
Take care.
Oh, maybe it is because I upped the corruption. I don't know. I get a gold ring that's going to give us elemental resistance, because the final, like when I'm finalizing the build, I want to try to compare the siphon, the unique ring. I want to compare that to just running double golden rings. So then you're, you know, fully, you know, I would think being fully elemental capped would be the best route. I don't know if the siphon's really that strong. I don't have another good ring to get rid of siphon. Maybe when we find another good ring, we'll take it off and see how it feels. Shield rolled. Okay, 19. Not terrible. I mean, I'd rather have health than armor, but I'm gonna cool it there. It'd be the 1%'s whatever, seriously. Oh, but mine's tier 7, so it's actually gonna be 7%, so that's actually going to be, I don't know if I could be block capped with that. Doesn't count right now because I don't have symbols of hope. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. But we're missing... It would still be block capped. Do I have a 2 LP shield in here? Maybe I should go farm shields then. Do that. Maybe I'll do that after this timeline.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Ooh, something's dropping me, man.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
I think I have my fire resistance blessing on it. It's literally, it comes down to that gold ring. If I can get my hands on that. But the thing is, it has to have good rolls. We're not going to grab it just because it's a golden ring.
I cannot do that.
718k XP and the bar barely moved. Run these two enemies, boss, and then we'll switch over to the shield. I can't remember where the shield is. I think it's one of those annoying ones.
I cannot do that.
I gotta kill the Void Horror, but the good thing is it patrols, so hopefully it'll come back towards us. Yeah.
I cannot do that.
Yeah, maybe I need you to do a Wheel of Fate spin and switch up classes for a day or something. I don't know. It's literally we're just at the mercy of RNG, man. It's
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Get him.
I cannot do that.
A little over 3 more bars.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. do that.
I was just pumped. I think the biggest thing that for me today was I got over 3k health. I was running around with like 2200 health for a while. Come on, game, come on. Update prophecies. Usually when I update my prophecies, at least one item will be okay. And what I mean by okay is like at least one item I'll mess around with crafting and probably brick.
I cannot do that.
That's the thing, like with all these crafting changes, it's almost like you don't want your loot filter to be that strict. Just because you could make, I feel like, pretty much any item somewhat decent, really. I have thresholds for like down to 3 affixes. I don't know. Maybe I need to bump it down to 2. I don't know. Alright, we're gonna run. Let's throw on another needle. If I can die to the ads.
I cannot do that. Where'd you go, birdie bird? To dodge it. My shadow will cover this world. I cannot do that. Do you think my fleet changes anything? This world. You will be forgotten. Power in my shadow.
You can definitely tell a difference between 500 to 600 corruption. I think it could just be the timeline modifiers as well. I just looked, 583% increased health. Oh man. Oh, it is an upgrade. 8% upgrade. From 77% increased void damage to 85% increased void damage. An upgrade. We can't deny it. Is that the one that drops my... That's not the one that drops my shield, is it? All of the Empire. Where'd my nerd sheet go? There it is. So the Black Sun, so that's gloves. And the Blessing. Field is Fall of the Empire. That's the one I want to run next, since we got a decent field to slam in there.
Yes.
Ooh, hybrid health.
Take care.
I believe this one's a turtle. I mean, we could do a reroll, but not over 3%. More hybrid health. Awesome stuff. What was the shield? Already forgot. Fall of the Empire? Fall of the Empire. Where we're heading next. Let's see what we've got in terms of stability over there. Oh, I don't like farming this one. We could just straight do stability through this. We'll do a stability glyph blast for this one.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
I'm gonna run this one for the Exalted Amies. I was hoping for a tomb for double rewards, but not looking like it.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Okay, potential upgrade. Yeah, I mean, I guess technically. Over these two.
Yes. Take care.
Actually, I should have kept a hold of that because we're going to do glyphs. The glyph blast, I call it. Where you throw in these glyph envies. It just gives us stability straight out of the... Add more health shards in there. I didn't realize we're getting low on those. Then you should have enough stability. Oh, not yet. There we go. Jump right to the boss. We actually don't even need to fight the Harbinger in this one, since the shield just drops from the boss, but...
No master greater than Orobyss. I show no mercy.
I cannot do that.
Who's this?
I cannot do that.
I show no mercy. Coward.
I cannot do that.
Coward.
So...
Submit.
I cannot do that. Stand down. I cannot do that.
I show no mercy. What's this?
Okay, last bit right here.
Coward. I show no mercy. You are nothing.
I don't like the blessings that are just material drops or like that. I don't like it.
Yes.
I need to highlight the anchor. For 1 LP, we're not even gonna... No, we're not even going to...
Yes.
We won't slam it because I need 2 LP. Plus, I don't even know what the... I rolled 18. See, 18 and 18. I feel like 18% still... I feel like we could still get... We'd still be block cap, even though... I'm not going to re-roll these. These are actually going to go to the turtle.
Yes.
I'm not even... I should be using needles. I'm not. Rip.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
You finally found peace.
I cannot do that.
It is.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
I show no mercy.
Come on, boss. Get out of all the crap. Right. Oh, look, it's gonna always be that stupid anchor. I need to unfilter it so I don't get so excited every time. Another 1 LP. That one rolled 15, so that one sadly we will have to reroll, I believe.
Yes.
Alright, we'll do one more Glyph Blast and then we'll see what we get and go from there. I guess since we're doing that, we can do a Needle.
Yes.
How much more do I need before I sit here and waste a bunch? Okay. Oh, haven't these completed? Oh, the Siege Golem. I messed that up. I shouldn't have grabbed that. I don't know why the Exiled Mage is. Tempting. Yeah, we're just gonna kill the boss. Already takes too long to kill as is.
No master greater than Orobyss. I show no mercy.
Burn, baby, burn. I could have sworn I had a 2 LP of these shields at one point, but maybe I probably dreamt it. I had a dream that they reworked their user interface and you could actively see your plus, increased, and multipliers all in one clean interface. And then you can just punch in numbers and figure out what's an upgrade. Oh my gosh. I like logged in the morning to check if it was real or not. I wish I was making this up. It's real. I did have a dream about that. There you go. Now we're maxed out on our amulet shard. Upgrade. No LP. Hey, that's exciting. Then we can skip the turtle part. One more.
Yes.
focus. I already had a needle in here. I'm killing that thing. 700 stability. Ooh. That may be enough.
Take that.
Yep. Come on, game. Come on.
I cannot do that.
Come on, game. If I use exalted items for that glyph instead of rares, if I get more, I don't have to waste as many glyphs. Maybe I need to check that. Would make sense. You probably want to use an exalted, and then hopefully it consumes the tier 6 or tier 7 roll on it. Probably would net you more stability, I'm guessing. Ooh. Oh no, I thought I was gonna get double tapped there. What? I stood in that. Oh man. I'm gonna avoid resistance, don't I? Alright, I gotta pay attention this time. I think I stood straight in the main thing you're not supposed to stand in. To be honest, I was resting my eyes for a minute. I stood in it again. Oh my gosh.
No master greater than Orobyss.
Okay, pay attention. Don't zone out. Don't zone out. Don't zone out. I'm gonna dump a bucket of cold water on me. Wake me up here.
I show no mercy. I show no mercy.
Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention.
I cannot do that.
Like I said, pay attention, and my character in the game goes, I cannot do that. Read my mind.
I cannot do that.
Ooh, 2 shields. No LP. No LP. Oh, we got a bunch of Nemesis now. I'll have to hit a Nemesis tower just to burn some of these, dude. Oh, 0, 0, 0. Wow. Wow. I wondered if I could set an affinity for this. Perfect. Oh, well, they don't go into my area. They don't have my OCD stacking. That's alright. What we'll do to fix that. Boom.
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna test this real quick, and then
Yes.
the most I got was 202, 179, 76, 72. I don't think you get more for Exalteds. So tomorrow's goal is going to be getting these Nemesis eggs burnt up. And really, I mean, really want to get that shield crafted. That'll be a decent upgrade. I mean, it's not going to be a damage upgrade, but... play with this one. Yep. Oh, I should have upgraded the health. What was I thinking? Pretty good. Rolled low the block effectiveness, but that's probably going to be the one I use to craft with first. We could go do an LP. Let's go do a legendary slam and then we'll be done. I should go to bed, but I don't want to. And so rings, I mean, I know I can beat tier 4 of the Temporal Sanctum, but I don't want to. So what's the ring level here? Is 55. So you can look in here and just check your level threshold. I gotta do tier 2. I'm too lazy to try to pay attention to the lines and whatnot.
I will have escape is impossible. Sapphire water.
Alright, make sure everything's squared away. So our rig is 3%. That's fine. It's not max leech rate, but that's fine. 2 LP. Oh, the elemental resist isn't maxed either, but that's okay. It's only 2% difference. And we're going for throwing damage. The reason I'm slamming this one here is because when I've currently rolled dodge, which I wasn't very happy about. So the dream would be throwing damage and increased throwing attack speed. This would be a massive damage upgrade. So I guarantee our T6 here. Physical resistance. And that's my third or fourth ring now. That's of 2 legendary potential that I've attempted to slam and failed. I mean, we could gamble this one. I mean, do it at this point. Although, no, that's... Yeah, well, we will. My gosh, it's already 10:30. I hate how fast time goes when I'm playing this, man. I wonder if I can kill it before it phases. I don't know if I could or not. It's crazy how long it takes for her to actually cast that, too. LP, and this one actually has 30, so that'd be sweet. We could go for 3% more throwing attack speed, but then we would potentially screw up the throwing damage. We're gonna leave it. Physical resistance again. I don't even want the ring. I don't even want it. I don't have any other ring fodders. Ooh, I should actually save that up for a 3 LP, man. Yeah, I'm not wasting a 2 on that. And with that, those are both should be 3s. I shouldn't roll. 4% more penetration, though. I don't know. I think we're going to chill. I think we need to get a 3 LP gloves. For me to consider them. But I like these because it rolled the 25%, which is max penetration. On there. Yeah, I think we're gonna... I know they're 2 LP, but I think I'm gonna turtle them, see if somehow we can get them up to 3. I don't know. Roll the Void pen on there. We get 9% more pen. I don't want to stop playing. That's the problem. Oh, why must I have to sleep? I don't want to. Guy in chat. Guys, this game's addictive. You don't say. One, ooh.
Take that.
And we'll dump that one. All right. I guess. That was a lot longer than I thought it'd be. I was only going to go for like an hour, hour and a half, and here we are over 2 hours. So, yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this last Epoch Void Hammer stream. Corruption 500 plus. Most of the time, I'm still trying to get some of the corruptions all the way past 500, which won't take long. But yeah, that was a good session. Some minor upgrades. I think we got 7% increased void damage. I think was like our biggest upgrade of the night, but. Yeah, if you hung out here with us live, I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you guys have a good week. We'll see you guys on Thursday and Friday for probably more Void Hammer. I'm really addicted to trying to farm for the best loot we can get. See if we can get to 1K corruption. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you in the next live stream or video. Peace.